for the first of today's FA Cup semi-finals, which sees the top two teams in the Premier League meet head-to-head. It's Manchester United against Arsenal. The winners will go to Wembley on the 22nd of May for this year's final. Later today, Newcastle meet Tottenham in the other semi, but with the greatest of respect to those two teams, this is regarded as the more high-profile semi-final. Arsenal are the holders, United are the favourites. Arsenal are the current champions, Manchester United the league leaders. Both teams could conceivably win a league and cup double. United are chasing a treble if you count their involvement in the European Cup. Arsenal with their marvellous defensive record against Manchester United, who've scored in all but 2 games since November. Manchester United spring one surprise. It comes in midfield, where Nicky Butt is preferred to Paul Scholes. Butt, who's played in all 3 previous meetings against Arsenal this season, is included for his high-profile physical marshalling of midfield. Quite simply, if United want someone to mix it with the rough and tough of Arsenal, Butt's your man. United make one other change on the side that started Wednesday night's Champions League semi-final against Juventus. Ronnie Johnson is in for the injured Henning Berg. Arsenal had to decide who was going to deputise for the suspended Emmanuel Petit. The holders have included Argentine international Nelson Vivas, number 7, who'll play, I think, wide right in midfield, allowing Ray Parlour to move into a central midfield position alongside Patrick Vieira. But that may switch round. Lee Dixon and Nigel Winterburn have shrugged off minor knocks to play in their respective fullback positions. Arsene Wenger, who has been with the club slightly more than 2 years now, last season became the first overseas manager to win a league and cup double. This really is a magnificent stadium, especially when full to capacity as it is today. Alex Ferguson, who's marshalled Manchester United through 50 FA Cup ties, and they've won 41 of those. What a marvellous record he has. He's never seen Manchester United lose an FA Cup semi. Manchester United, who've been successful in their last 9 FA Cup semi-finals against Arsenal. United last lost an FA Cup semi-final all the way back in 1970. They've had a remarkable run since then. Irwin with that towering header. Got clear by Keown. Imagine it to be fast and furious early on. Our referee for today is David Ellery from Harrow. Nicky Butt preferred to Paul Scholes in midfield for Manchester United. A lot of responsibility rests on his shoulders. Martin Keown with the free kick. Bergkamp. Dixon. Dealt with by the Manchester United defence, but Vieira sweeps the ball wide. And Arsenal have another free kick. This time it's Gary Neville who's the guilty party. This is Winterburn, who was slightly doubtful for this game. That's another hefty challenge here by Gary Neville. 2 in the space of 30 seconds. And we're going to have the first caution of the game. It comes inside the opening couple of minutes. Welcome to the FA Cup semi-final, Mr. Overmars. Free kick to Arsenal. Oh, it almost went in. And Vieira knows how close he came to making contact with that free kick driven in by Nelson Vivas, the Argentine. Just needed a touch, and Vieira almost got it. Well-flighted free kick. York, who of course returns to Villa Park, where he made his name with Aston Villa. And here's Mark Overmars, one of the trickiest players in English football. He's left the ball behind. This is Beckham, one of the most stylish players in English football. And Vivas thumped David Beckham to the ground. And shades of an Argentina-England meeting in the World Cup, of course. Another yellow card. Arsenal have a chronic disciplinary problem. They've had 9 players sent off this season. It's great to see Dwight York. He always has a smile on his face, no matter what's happening on a football pitch. Keown. Parlour, who is playing in a wider position. That's twice now Parlour's given the ball away cheaply. Ray Parlour, one of the most improved players in English football this season. This is Nicky Butt. York, Giggs. Giggs with a chip. Cleared by Winterburn. Overmars has come very deep. It's a lovely dummy there by Anelka, and he tries to get the ball back from Bergkamp. Roy Keane to the rescue. Still goalless. We've had slightly more than 7 minutes of the match. This is Ryan Giggs for Manchester United. Andy Cole. Tries to thread it through towards Dwight York. Picked up here by Keane. Anelka. Bergkamp. Still managed to turn the ball on towards Adams, who'd gallop forward from defence. Parlour. Anelka. I've never seen a football match start so quickly. Surely the players can't keep up this pace for much longer. Adams galloped fully 70 yards downfield then to try and get on the end of that Arsenal move. Neither of these two teams would relish having a replay. I'm sure they'd love to have it settled on the day. They have busy run-ins to their domestic seasons. That's Beckham's cross. Both, of course, are challenging for the League Championship. Arsenal second, Manchester United first. That's Gary Neville. Andy Cole. Good to handle the ball. Giggs! And he knows how close that was. There was slight hesitation when the ball was delivered into the penalty area, but eventually Cole and Giggs sorted it out between them. Cole helped the ball back towards Giggs. Look at him, completely unmarked. He could have taken his time there. Take name and given Manchester United the lead. Yes, and Alex Ferguson knows that. And this is Anelka, and that was a hefty challenge by Jaap Stam. Free kick to Arsenal, 0-0. 23 minutes on the clock. Rather inelegant challenge, let's put it that way, by Jaap Stam. Nicolas Anelka has complained about being homesick. He is a French international. Hard to make friends and integrate into the Arsenal club. But on the field, he's been razor sharp this season. Adams. Hicks. And Tony Adams now for Arsenal. Vieira. Fouled by Nicky Butt. Bergkamp trying to pick out Parler here. It was a good tackle by Dennis Irwin. And there was a slight misunderstanding between Irwin and goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel then, because both went for the same ball. And I think Schmeichel respects the fact that he probably made an error there. Irwin was there to deal with it, and deal with it he did. Vivas through the corner for Arsenal. Will bend his right boot around the ball. Adams. And clawed away by Schmeichel. It was Arsenal's best opportunity of the match so far. Comes from their captain, Tony Adams, who just drifted away from Jaap Stam. It was a nice height for Schmeichel. And Arsenal have another corner. This time Giggs gets it clear. Bergkamp. Dixon. There's been very few goalmouth incidents so far. One real chance for either team. Ryan Giggs has gone closer, Manchester United. And Tony Adams has seen a header tipped over the crossbar. But that's it. And that's all you'd expect from two such highly respected teams. Arsenal with this proud defensive record and Manchester United with this potent attack. Dixon. Oh, almost through to Anelka. It's picked up here by Bergkamp. His countryman Mark Overmars. It was a good tackle by Gary Neville. You just saw Overmars weaving his way towards goal, and he tracked his run and slid in at the vital moment. Gary Neville, who's picked up a yellow card in this first half. So has Nelson Vivas, who takes the corner. Adams almost there. Oh, Bergkamp. Parler. Whistle's gone. That was a very good opportunity for Arsenal. Schmeichel had to make a fine save here. Bergkamp really got hold of this one. And fortunately for Manchester United, Schmeichel's save was just about smuggled clear, but only just. Anelka. Good tackle by Jaap Stam. You just can't see how this semi-final is going to be settled by more than one goal. It's going to be very, very tight, as it's been in the opening half an hour. Dixon. Anelka. Overmars. Given dangerously back to Bergkamp here. That's going to trouble Peter Schmeichel. Shot from Winterburn. He actually scored an own goal against Manchester United at Old Trafford back in 1996. Alex Ferguson, who's won this competition 3 times since he's been with the club. Arsene Wenger, who brought the double to Arsenal last season. Cole. And this is Keane. And this is David Beckham. York's waiting for the cross, which never got to him. And that's Keane. And this is Gary Neville. Really clear by Keown. Good defending by the Arsenal man. He's had his fair share of personal problems in the last few weeks. His son is seriously ill. Things weren't improved on the field when he was sent off in midweek in a league game against Blackburn. Our best wishes go to the Keown family. And this is David Beckham. Beckham did well there, very well. So too did Giggs. Keane! Goal to Manchester United! No! The official on the far side has ruled it out. Graham Atkins. I can only presume for offside. Giggs got to the dead ball line. It was headed on by York. Well, there was no offside there, that's for certain. I'm not entirely convinced why that one was ruled out, and neither is Roy Keane. I just wonder if a Manchester United player was running back into play, possibly Ryan Giggs. Now, was that where Manchester United were caught offside? Yes, the flag went up immediately there, but the referee didn't spot it. Was busy ball watching, and by the time the ball had gone in, all bedlam had ensued. So that's why the goal was ruled out. The referee's assistant was perfectly right. United were offside. Dennis Irwin of Manchester United has been cautioned for taking his protest too far. He kicked the ball away in anger. And this simmering FA Cup semi-final has boiled over. I think one or two Manchester United players are being found guilty of trying to take the law into their own hands, but Arsenal have given it away here. This is Dwight York, and it's a rather powder puff finish from Dwight York. 26 goals this season, and this should have been number 27. It was little more than a pass towards David Seaman. Just couldn't dig the ball out to have an emphatic shot at goal. And at half-time it's 0-0, but the referee will be at the centre of a controversy because Roy Keane appeared to give Manchester United the lead when he swept the ball in. But the referee's assistant on the far side, Graham Atkins, raised his flag, and as Beckham and York and Giggs spit their sour words at the linesman, who quite clearly raised his flag here to indicate offside. Nobody spotted it until the ball had been rattled in. Keane thought he'd scored, and David Ellery said no. Controversy at Villa Park, plenty of that, but no goals. At half-time in this FA Cup semi-final, it's Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. Atkins is hardly Mr. Popular with the Manchester United fans, or Roy Keane for that matter, because he has cancelled out a Manchester United goal from Roy Keane in the opening 45 minutes, which remains a talking point at half-time. And he flagged against Dwight York being in an offside position. The question is whether Dwight York was interfering with play. It's all history now. It's still 0-0 as the second half is about to get underway, with Arsenal to restart the game. It's Arsenal's 20th FA Cup semi-final, Only Liverpool can match this record. I just wonder whether Arsenal will be encouraged now by having that slice of luck when that Manchester United goal was chalked off. No substitutions at half-time, as Nicky Butt claims he was trying to legally win the ball. But Arsenal have the free kick. And that poor old official on the far side now, Graham Atkins, gets an ironic cheer when he lifted his offside flag. I'm sure Alex Ferguson had a word or two to say about it at the break. Plenty to chew over in this second half. But Dixon. This is Dwight York. Keane. Trying to pick out Gary Neville here, who's done well. Neville's cross. York. Oh! Giggs. And away by Patrick Vieira. And this charmed Arsenal goal has another let-off here. Great cross by Gary Neville. Why it was Andy Cole rather than Dwight York. Why he didn't use his left boot, goodness only knows. Keane. Yapstam kept alive here by Roy Keane. Giggs. Irwin. Vivas. Vieira. Parler to his right. Parler appeared to be held back there by Stam. And the referee says corner kick. It could have been a lot worse for Manchester United. There was some serious jersey tugging going on here. Well, that really should have been a free kick. It is a free kick. Bergkamp takes it. Oh, Adams almost got there. It was a great clearance by Yapstam just to divert the ball off his top of his head, just to get it to safety. What a great defensive header that was by Yapstam. Good period of the match now for Arsenal. Overmars. Adams. Challenged by Giggs here, and he's passed the ball out of play. Through into Manchester United. Adams scored the winning goal in an FA Cup semi-final against Spurs back in '93. Oh, he'd love to repeat that feat here at Villa Park. It remains 0-0. We've had 56 minutes of the game. Adams. Parler. Overmars. Anelka, who really has drifted out the game recently. Winterburn. Bergkamp. Vieira. And just no chink of daylight in that Manchester United defence. This is Parler. Vivas. Schmeichel's ball. That's good defence by Manchester United, and they try to turn defence into attack now with Dwight York. Picked out Gary Neville. Neville's cross. Away by Adams. Cole's there. This is Butt. It's a corner. Just strikes me that Manchester United's attacks carry that little bit more menace than Arsenal's. Vieira got a very important block in there. And Beckham to take this corner kick. Neville. And Lee Dixon with a clearance. To Manchester United, despite Parler's protestations. Parler's got a good scoring record in recent weeks, but hasn't really got into this game at all. Nigel Winterburn, who shrugged off that first half injury, and was involved in that clash with David Beckham. This is Overmars. Beckham. Giggs, Andy Cole. Oh, the weak finish again. Both York and Cole have had very presentable chances now in this second half. And the scoreline remains 0-0. Anelka. Bergkamp. Bergkamp now. Trying to chip Schmeichel, but it was a very, very tight angle indeed. Arsenal just onside, and there wasn't a lot in that, was there? But Andy Cole at the other end really should have made it 1-0. Just drifted away from Tony Adams. That wasn't even difficult for David Seaman in the Arsenal goal. Vieira. Always giving the ball away. Dwight York down for Manchester United. Oh, good save by Seaman right on the line to deny Roy Keane, who claims he was being pushed as he headed the ball. Once again, Arsenal escape. Nicholas Anelka. Well, there was certainly an appeal by Arsenal fans. There should have been a free kick to the Gunners there. But this game, which sways this way and then the other, still refuses to yield up its opening goal. Maybe there's a belief seeping into this United team that they'll never score. So many matches you can recall where one team dominate proceedings, have plenty of goal-scoring opportunities, fail to take them, and then the other team nicks one right at the death. Is this to be a similar script? Or can Manchester United score the goal that their football richly deserves? Beckham. Parler. Bergkamp breaks ahead of him. He's got no support now. Has to go backwards to Vivas. Anelka. Arsenal onside here. Overmars calling for the ball. And Arsenal win a corner kick as Bergkamp thumped over that cross. Arsenal can be so potent at free kicks and corners. Adams will move forward here. So too will Keown. Vivas with a corner kick. It's still 0-0. It's a rather poor corner, to be honest. Here's another chance for Manchester United when Roy Keane might have given the current Premier League leaders the lead. Was he being held back? Well, he was, wasn't he? That's a penalty. No wonder Keane was bleating. He had every right. And there's space here for Gary Neville. Is this the opening goal? No. What a disappointing cross from such an accomplished performer. Look at the space he had here. Oh dear. About 11 minutes to go before we head towards extra time. And the United fans calling for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be introduced into the game. I'm sure after such an exerting week, Manchester United will not relish playing an extended game so soon after the Juventus clash. And maybe that's where Arsenal feel they can win it. Maybe United will tire in extra time if Arsenal can take them there. Cole. Giggs. Nicky Butt. Beckham. Oh, he won that free kick with an outrageous dive. Look at Beckham here. Whoops. Well, that certainly spiced up proceedings, didn't it? Beckham will take the free kick himself with 10 minutes left. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0 in this FA Cup semi-final from Villa Park. Beckham has a goal in his sights here. So too does Giggs. Which is it to be? It's Beckham. And it's just wide. Arsenal weren't sure whether the ball was going to be bent in to one corner by Giggs or the other by Beckham. Here. Vieira. This is Anelka. Oh dear. Probably Arsenal's best chance of the second half, as Vieira helped it forward towards Anelka, and Anelka walloped the ball into the whole 10. Arsenal's clearest cut opportunity falls to their leading goal scorer Nicolas Anelka. It's a time for one last Arsenal attack. Parler. Overmars. Now it's Manchester United's turn to counter-attack. Beckham. And now Gary Neville. And Manchester United will end the 90 minutes attacking Arsenal on the edge of their own penalty area after Keown collided with Andy Cole, and it results in a Manchester United free kick. And step forward, Mr. Beckham. Your team needs you. Is it going to be a David Beckham special to send Manchester United spinning towards Wembley Stadium on the 22nd of May? 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. But United could win it here. It's Giggs! And it's held by Seaman. Everyone expected Beckham. Giggs found the gap, but he couldn't keep the ball wide of the England goalkeeper. Vieira. And Vivas. Oh, there's a break on here for Arsenal. Parler. Oh, well played, Philip Neville. Ljungberg replaces Overmars. What a peculiar time to make a substitution, unless Mark Overmars has picked up an injury. But why not wait till the end of the 90 minutes? What do I know? I'm just a commentator. Bergkamp gives chase. Beckham. I reckon about 30 seconds left now. That's all that separates this FA Cup tie and extra time. Oh, Beckham's got it here for Manchester United. In towards Cole. Cut out by Keogh. This is Vivas. And Anelka goes on a chase here. It's a time for a shot on goal for Arsenal. Ljungberg, who's just come on as a substitute. And the ever dependable Philip Neville mops up for Manchester United. And that should be just about it by my reckoning. But wait, here come Manchester United with Dwight York. Can York win it? And Vieira whips the ball away from him. And we're going to have extra time to see if we can settle this FA Cup semi-final. The irresistible objects and the immovable force have not too surprisingly produced a stalemate inside 90 minutes. The controversy remains Roy Keane's goal, which was chalked out for offside. And after 90 minutes of this semi-final from Villa Park, it remains 0-0, but extra time looms. 0-0 after 90 minutes. So we're going to have 30 minutes of extra time to see if we can separate Manchester United and Arsenal and provide a winner for the FA Cup final on the 22nd of May. It'll be Manchester United to get extra time underway. Manchester United, who've lost just 5 of 49 FA Cup ties they played in the 1990s. They're not an easy team to beat in this competition. Neither are Arsenal. But Keown hasn't got it. Neither has York, for that matter. Keane. This is Vieira. Remember, if we're level at the end of extra time, we're going to have a replay here on Wednesday. Looks like Vieira's gone down injured here. The referee waves play on. This is Philip Neville. Dwight York now for Manchester United. Gets inside Parler. York! Now the booing is because the Arsenal fans wanted the game stopped, because Patrick Vieira was lying, as you can see there, just behind the referee in a heap after being injured. Just fell awkwardly in that challenge involving Nicky Butt. Both teams have made one substitution each. That was inside the 90 minutes. Philip Neville has come on for Dennis Irwin, Manchester United, and Frederick Ljungberg on for Mark Overmars for Arsenal. Vieira's fit enough to continue. We've had 3 minutes of the first period of extra time. Philip Neville. And Nicky Butt now for Manchester United. I feel certain at some stage that Alex Ferguson will introduce Paul Scholes into the game to try and just nick it for Manchester United and try avoid a replay. Cole gets away from Vieira, couldn't pick out York. Butt's won it again though. And Butt was whacked to the ground by Vivas, who's shown his second yellow card. And Arsenal have their 10th player sent off this season. Arsenal now have had 22 players sent off since Arsene Wenger took over as manager, and their chronic disciplinary record continues. Vivas elbowed Butt in the jaw, and the referee spotted it, and he's off. It's virtually every game now that they're reduced to 10 men. Is that the turning point of this semi-final? Arsenal will try hold out now for the remaining 25 minutes and perhaps force a replay here on Wednesday. But once again, Arsenal's season is unstitched because of a sending off. I didn't think Arsene Wenger would keep the team as it was after the dismissal, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer replaces Ryan Giggs. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who scored 16 goals for Manchester United this season, and he so often has come off the substitutes bench to settle vital games. Is it Kanu coming off? Or rather, Kanu coming on. Is it Anelka coming off? It is Nicholas Anelka who is brought off here. And it's Kanu, the Nigerian international who chose to play for Arsenal today instead of his country, who are playing against Senegal. United have it back though. Solskjaer. Ooh, some of the tackles are flying in now. But this is Beckham for Manchester United. What a tackle that was by Martin Keogh. Bergkamp. And Philip Neville for Manchester United. Can United just find the opening goal? Arsenal are so adept and so experienced about meeting the enemy full on. Their defence is so experienced, and this is just another day at the office for them. And half-time and extra time has come, and the most important statistic is that Arsenal were reduced to 10 men in that first period of extra time. Referee David Ellery sent off the Arsenal player Nelson Vivas for his rather crude use of the elbow. He received his second yellow card, and he can have few complaints. He's ruled out a goal with the aid of his assistant anyway. He's sent a player off. And there's a worried expression on the face of Arsene Wenger. Doesn't look particularly happy, does he? And it's Arsenal who restart the game. Wherever you are around the world watching these pictures, I hope you're enjoying our coverage of the first of today's FA Cup semi-finals. The score 0-0 between Manchester United and Arsenal. And we're midway through extra time now. Fredrik Ljungberg, the Swedish international. Kanu. Parla. Stam. Johnson. Gary Neville. Beckham. York. It's all Manchester United. Solskjaer. And a free kick. Paul Scholes is ready and waiting. Five to aim at as Andy Cole is sacrificed the last 10 or 12 minutes. Scholes on. Free kick to Manchester United. Ronnie Johnson. Scholes! Oh, he almost had an early opportunity to have a strike on goal. Remember Paul Scholes was England's hat-trick hero against Poland in that recent European Championship qualifier. Beckham. Away by Adams. Away by Dixon. Beckham. All the way back to Schmeichel. Manchester United don't want to take chances now. Scholes. It's a wonderful ball. Solskjaer. York. Oh dear. Oh, he'd love to score back at Villa Park. It was an outrageous volley here by Solskjaer, just to force the ball back into the penalty area. And York just unable to get a very positive header onto the ball. Bergkamp. Ljungberg is clean through. What a save by Schmeichel. The Dane denies the Swede. That could have settled it for Arsenal. Ljungberg with a clear-cut opportunity to steer Arsenal into the FA Cup final. 1 minute of stoppage time to be added on, that's all. Scholes. York. What a clearance. That Arsenal defence have been heroes to a man today. And it isn't over yet. 60 seconds to go. Can somebody produce a match-winning goal? Kanu. Look at this. Bergkamp almost drifts through the entire United defence. Winterburn. Bergkamp. Kanu. It's all over. It ends goalless. And these two football clubs have run themselves ragged in an attempt to secure a place in the FA Cup final. Dennis Bergkamp still doesn't know whether he'll play in an FA Cup final. Ljungberg might have sealed it right at the death. Manchester United just unable to force Arsenal after Arsenal had been reduced to 10 men with the sending off of Nelson Vivas. Arsenal fought hard for the vast majority of extra time. Keane thrashed the ball into the net in the first half, but that was ruled out. There's so many talking points, but ultimately they're going to have to come back here and do it all over again on Wednesday. Arsenal and their supporters had a real fright in extra time, but they held firm against a Manchester United side who tried all they knew to break them down. It wasn't to be, and Arsenal lived to fight another day. The final score after extra time in this FA Cup semi-final is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0.
All square.